Welcome, everybody, to Kletus Roadside Service. This is your Monday edition. Man, today's been kind of hectic so far. Um, I'm just now leaving the shop. It's almost 8, and we got one guy call in. I didn't make it to the Monday meeting. Whoops, a daisy. That'll be all right. I'm here for the important parts. And I thought they would have got fucking donuts or something, being Thanksgiving week or something, hey, yep, here you go, donuts, everybody. Nah, no donuts, which is fine. It's okay. It would have been a surprise anyways. But they do randomly like buy. They'll randomly have like bagels and company, or I don't know, some other bullshit. Good eating little food, little snackers. But no, nothing this week. I think it's because the big boss is out of town and everybody's running around like a chicken with their heads cut off. It's wild out here, and I'm still just kind of like running around, just doing my own thing. I don't know, but showed up and I was like, "Hey, that's the truck that I'm supposed to be driving today," and somebody else took off with it. I was like, "Well, that's not good. It's not a good start." And then I see the other truck, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll take that other truck." And then I see somebody hop in that truck and take off with it. I'm like, "Well, this is really not good." And so I go talk to my manager that I'm working with today, because we're going out. We're going to clean up some frac tanks. You know them frac tanks where I haul all that shit down to Winoka, Oklahoma. Uh, well, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah, that the frac tanks that I haul. I haul all the shit out of them. The solids need to be removed now, and that's what we are going to attempt to complete this week. I don't know if I'm going to be on it all week long, but I am on it today, so that's interesting. But we had the guy that was supposed to be driving the truck I'm in right now, called in, and the boss didn't real or the manager didn't realize that, so he had me go grab a pickup. He's like, you're just gonna drive a pickup truck. You can haul the power washer out there. So I get a pickup truck. I get the power washer. I get everything loaded up. I'm going over. I'm picking up some other supplies. We got to get suits and boots and face shields and gloves and tape and all kinds of shit. And then I'm getting in the truck, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what's his name called in today?" And I have nobody to run the guzzler. He's like, "Is that what you were kind of talking about whenever you?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of, because I don't know who the hell's gonna run the guzzler if the guy that was supposed to run the guzzler ain't here." And he's like, "God damn it!" So he's pissed off. My manager is already pissed off. This is not good today. And this is a job that will piss you off. This job, these solids, sometimes they're kind of mushy, and you can work with them. Other times you got to have a fucking jackhammer, and this thing has been sitting out here for a long ass time. Uh, I'm guessing it's going to be a jackhammer type of job, but whatever. I don't know. We're gonna go. We're gonna see what happens whenever we get there. We'll figure it out. Um, but yeah, I'm running a guzzler today. Got a little bit of a drive here. Why are all my gauges are all fucked up? It's saying favorites menu not set up yet, and I had no gauges. All right, here we go. We got a full tank of fuel, full tank of DEF. We got 120 psi in both of our tanks. We got good oil pressure. We got a nice warm coffee here. Perfect. Um, so I want to I want to say something, and I'm going to say it because I could do that on here. This is what my podcast is all about. And I've said it before. I can have my mind changed. That's why I went so hard on people with cats. I wanted somebody to comment and say, "Hey, I like cats," and I would have folded immediately. But I think it's really funny to fucking scream about them all the time. And I do that with all kinds of other things. Now, one thing that I probably screamed about that I don't know. I don't have a cat, so I can't complain. I can complain about, but I can complain about cats. Okay, cats are cats. I can complain about them if I want to, and I guess that's anything. But um, I did have somebody reach out and talk about sports ball and baseball and soccer and whatnot, and they're like, "Hey, these guys, they make a lot of money." And yeah, it's easy for somebody that's poor like me to look around and say, these fucking guys are making too much money. And that's what I did have a complaint about that on the podcast. And it was really, I don't know. I don't want to try to back off of what I said completely, because it is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's like crazy amount of money. But there's also there's people out there that do it all the time. Streamers. If you hit it big as a fucking video game guy, you get paid millions of dollars potentially. Sometimes it's not millions of dollars, but it is like you can live off of playing video games if enough people are watching you. And I'd love to have that type of deal. Right now I'm living by fucking driving this truck down the road and taking out loans and fucking bullshit, trying to refinance my house, claiming bankruptcy. I'm rough, man. I'm rough. But I think I don't even remember exactly the way I put it, but I think, hey, if somebody is willing to pay you a fuckload of money to do something, you could do that. And you know, only the fucking idiots are gonna complain about it like me. So I don't know. I want to just say, hey, sports ball players, they do a good job. They're out there. They're doing the entertainment stuff. They're keeping us busy. It's not, and it's not. They're keeping a lot of other people employed too. You got to think about that. You got to think about all the people that work at the stadiums, and I'm talking about the guy that's picking up the trash, the people selling the popcorn, the people parking the cars, the people, painting the lines on the grass. There's a lot of good stuff going on out there. A lot of jobs. So, and none of those jobs would be possible if those guys weren't out on the field playing that game. So, new updates, moving on. I don't know. I probably have some other stuff I should probably go on about. Hold on, let me chug this coffee real quick. Oh, that's good coffee. Now it's gone, so I'm kind of sad, but um yeah, I think I went a little hard on Seattle, and I understand it's the tourist areas, and I think I'm perfectly fine with giving the tourist areas because they can handle it. But I'm sure there are great places to all the cities all over the place. Even Kansas City, there are some good places in Kansas City. Most of them you will get shot if you look at somebody sideways. You're going to get ran over by a Dodge Charger doing donuts in the intersection, or you're going to get shot, or just robbed. If you're lucky, you're just getting robbed. So that's I don't know. Kansas City does have a pretty big issue, but I don't know. I also have lived here like my whole life, just about. I lived off. I don't know, a few hours away a few times, but most of my time I've been living and working right around Kansas City. So, and I have only almost been shot a couple of times, so it's not that bad. It's fun to make fun of it, but whenever you get down to the real thing, I've only almost been shot a couple of times. It, um, there was one time, uh, and I am gonna probably exaggerate a little bit on this one, okay? Me and my wife, we went downtown Kansas City to eat somewhere or something for some. I don't remember what it might have been for our anniversary. And I took her to the top of the tallest building. Just kidding. The tallest building said, "Who the fuck are you? No, you can't go up there." And I'm like, "Come on, man. Let me go to the top of the building." They're like, "That's an office." I'm like, "I don't give a shit if it's an office or not. I want to look out the window at the top of the tallest building." They're like, "No." So turns out, I think it's the Capitol building or whatever it might. I don't know. It's a big fucking. It's a public building, and they do roof tours or whatever. And we went up there, and we had a wonderful time. It was really cool seeing the whole city at night that high up in the air. Um, it was, and the elevator was scary as fuck, guys. I mean, listen, that's probably the tallest building I've ever been in. I mean, honestly, it is the tallest building I've ever been in. I think that's it right there. But that was fucking cool as shit. But they were acting like I was fucking weird. I was like, "Can I just go to the top?" They're like, "Do you want to jump off?" I'm like, "Is that an option?" They're like, "No, you can't. No, we're not going to let somebody suicidal go up to the top of the building." I'm like, "Oh, well, no, I'm not. I thought you meant with a parachute or something." They're like, "No." I'm like, "All right, well, no, I don't. I haven't done parachuting or anything, so I don't. I didn't plan on jumping off the top of the fucking building. I just want to see the fuck. I want to go up fucking high, motherfucker. Let me go up high. Let me get high. Let me get high in Kansas City. I want to get high as fucking Kansas City, okay? Well, you guys just let me get up there," and they did. Uh, and me and my wife, we went up there. We took some pictures. They're cute. They're cute pictures, and it was a cool time. It's not that building. It's a different one. That's the AT&T. So we were driving home. This is where it comes down to, and there's a highway out here, 71 highway. It goes through a sketchy part of the city. Um, but it's the fastest way to get out of the city. And I'm actually about to hit it. And that's the way I take to work every single day, and I take home every single night. You know, well, not every single night. Most mornings I take it, but sometimes at nighttime it's too jam packed, or I don't want to get shot, so I don't go on 71 super late at night because people drive like fucking. It's like a cop free zone. The cops might even shoot at you. I don't know. They're fucking. It's weird over there. Because in the mornings you see cops and they're speeding right along with you. You're all doing 85 mile an hour in a 55 zone, just hauling ass. And it's like this. I guess it's legal. The cops are all doing it too, I mean, I I appreciate, because I need to get to work on time, and I'm usually running a little bit behind there. But anyways, what happened was me and my wife late one night went to the top of the tallest building, not the tallest, but a tall one. It's like the fourth tallest building, so it wasn't as cool, but it was all right. The tall buildings were in our fucking way, We were like, God damn, I wish we were on top of that one. So this, because that one's in the way. I can't see the whole skylight with that big tall ass building in my fucking way. And we were driving home 71 South, and my wife. All right, so we're driving through, and everybody is. It's not really exactly road rage. It's just road chaos. Nope, I don't know if anybody's mad at it at one another. Everybody's just zooming all over the fucking place. Like you'll be driving, there'll be an on ramp, and a car will jump onto the highway, no looking, just all the way over to the other shoulder. Like, and they drive on the shoulder out here. It's wild. When you come out here and it gets dark outside, people do not pay attention to anything. I don't know. There has been a bunch of wrecks all the time, but anyways, I'm just trying to drive a little above the speed limit and maintain my lane and not give anybody any reason to fuck with me, because I mean, it honestly happens out here. People will fuck with you, and if you fuck with them back, it's just not usually a good outcome. There's been several road rage murders and crashes and hit and runs and all kinds of stuff that goes on in Kansas City every single day. And I don't want to be involved with any of that. I just want to go home is what I do. But we're driving, and a Chrysler 300 is right next to me, and it's like pacing me, doing the same exact. I speed up, it speeds up. I slow down, it slows down. And I'm not talking to the wife about it. I'm just noticed it. And my wife, guess what my wife does? She has a hair stuck to her hand or something. She grabs a hair from her head and she cracks the window, and then she is, with both hands, trying to get this hair to go out the window. Do you know what that looks like, though? That looks like she's throwing up gang signs. And there's this Chrysler 300 that I've been like, I'm not road raging with them yet, but they're pacing me. And then my wife is over here in non-tinted windows, just fucking throwing up gang signs at the window. And I'm like, babe, stop. She's like, what? I was like, stop, stop, stop. Roll up the window. So what are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to get this hair off my head. I'm like, babe, you are throwing up gang signs and we are going to get shot. And this Chrysler 300 followed me all the way to my exit. I mean, it was a highway, so maybe they were just going past. Maybe they were, I don't know. Couldn't tell. But it could, I mean, little things like there are gangs in Kansas City, and you got to watch out. You don't know who you're going to run into and what is going to offend anybody. We got, also just walking around, much like Seattle, you're going to see somebody jerking off in the corner and cussing you out as you walk by. You got to ignore them. There's a lot of weirdos out here. But these are weirdos that I've lived with for a long time. When I go to Seattle, I'm a little bit more defensive. I'm like, hey, the fuck, Kyle, quit jerking off. I'm going to help you jerk off. Now, fuck off jerking off. Quit jerking off in the corner over there, buddy. But, I don't know. It's also just fun to scream and rant and yell and say a lot of shit that you don't mean. Now, maybe on a podcast, that's not a good idea because it's going out to be on the podcast forever. But it is a lot of fun to just scream and rant and yell about things, even though you could be wrong. It's fun. It's part of my healing process. I feel such a relief when you let these things out. Oh, God, it's so fun to scream about Seattle. Because it's funny. It's funny to go to Bubblegum Alley and have your kids try to fucking eat the bubblegum off the wall. You're like, God damn it, quit. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's really funny, and I would love to rant other cities, too. And I'm not ranting the good people that work there and are there all the time. I'm not cussing out the hard workers that are just driving around, kind of like me. It's mainly just the aesthetic of the place. I didn't get another submission, but I think it is funny. I think I could do good with Vegas. I think Vegas would be fun to rant about a little bit. So let me think here. I said I would do research. I've done zero research. I'm going off of, what's that fucking movie? There's that movie. God damn it. What's that movie called? The Hangover. That's all I got to go off of is The Hangover. I'm going to rant about Vegas in The Hangover. Okay? And you guys got to maybe try to realize that's what, and whenever I ranted about Seattle, I was ranting off of knowing the only thing I know about Seattle is from Sleepless in Seattle and walking through the touristy areas. I didn't go. I'm not going up. I'm not going to be that mailbox rant guy and go and start fucking roasting people's mailboxes. Those are the hard working people. Even though he's funny as fuck, I think that's and he also means well. He's a fucking good guy. But I found him the other day and I started watching him. He is oh gosh, that guy's a treasure. We got to keep him. We got to keep him. I thought it was really funny. He went out to go. He's like, "Yo, Bryce sent me a message, and I'm gonna go roast this 10-foot tall mailbox." And he drives 3 hours out to go roast this mailbox. And he gets out there. He's like, "There ain't no fucking mailbox at the address he sent me. This is a fucking wasted trip." And he drives away. I was like, "Hey, at least he put it up because it's still still funny, you know." Vegas. You gotta. I've never been to Vegas. I'd like to go to Vegas. You know where I want to go when I go to Vegas? I want to go to Pawn Stars. I'll walk in there with some kind of bullshit and try to pawn it off. I think that'd be cool. I doubt it would be on the TV show. I think it's a the TV show is all scripted. I know this, okay? Pawn Stars and what's the other one? The one with the fucking guy with the slick back hair. Uh, Pawn Stars and there's another one. I don't know. I think there's a bunch of storage wars and stuff out there. Everything's scripted, but it is good entertainment. It is fun to watch. But Vegas, oh my gosh, go to Vegas. If I went to Vegas, I don't know. It's like you can get married by a guy named Elvis, and he looks like him too. I mean, they want Elvis to stay alive. You got Carrot Top out there, and I'm not going to make fun of Carrot Top. I think Carrot Top is one of the very underrated comic. I think a lot of people talked shit on him for a long time and made fun of him in TVs and movies. But he's got a residency out there, and I would love to go see a Carrot Top show. Carrot Top is an awesome guy, especially after In the only thing I got to go off of is watching him do other interviews on other podcasts. He's such a wonderful guy. But I've always liked his style of comedian stuff. Like he went on Kill Tony and he brought out some stuff, and they're like, you just glue two things together and have a 2-second bit on it, and then it's just great. It's so funny to watch. But Vegas, I don't know, man. Going to Vegas, walking down the strip, I don't know. I don't know if I could do this. I gotta go there and have an experience to really give it the true rant that it deserves. I don't think I can do this. I can't do it. I can't rant on Vegas right now. I need to go there. Maybe I just need to do some research and look up some shit about Vegas. A Vegas man was arrested hanging naked from that big old guitar with that kicking leg, big neon sign. He was naked on that, maybe. Maybe that would be something I could talk about, but I don't know if that even happened. I gotta go. Maybe if I go there, I could be the naked guy on it. I can. Well, I didn't really rant on Nashville very much. I mean, I did rant on it because so me and my wife, we went there and I shit all over the hotel room. Like, I had Margaritaville jambalaya and I had Coyote Ugly Jello shots. Somebody drank out of my belly button, and then I went back to the hotel and I shit all over the whole fucking thing. Like, not on. I don't know. You can't say it's not on purpose because I mean, I guess it wasn't on purpose. I did make it to the bathroom, but there was a long skid mark all the way to the bathroom, and the bed sheets were fucking covered in it. It was a bad time. I ate so much jambalaya and I just shit everywhere. It's a good time though. I'd like to go back to Nashville and maybe skip the jambalaya at Margaritaville. Who am I kidding? If I go to fucking Margaritaville, I'm getting jambalaya. But there are a lot of other cool places down there. But and then I did go hard on Omaha and just Nebraska as a whole. The Cornhuskers. I think that was funny, and I'm going to stand with it until somebody rebuts me, okay? I'm going to stand with what I said about them. And then, I mean, Boys Town. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Boys Town? I've been hearing all kinds of shit about Boys Town from Tim Dillon. And it's like, there's no way it's called Boys Town, and it was like part of a sex cult operation with minors. There's no fucking way. And it was, according to him. But I always felt fucking weird in Boys Town. Whenever I looked up my address where I had to work out there, I had to go to gas stations and suck out little pits. And every time I got one that was in Boys Town, I was like, God, I want to hurry the fuck up and suck this fucking Boys Town up and get the hell out of here. I don't want to be in Boys Town anymore. On the corner of F and Q Street, you know. They do that. They got F streets, Q streets, and I don't know. That's not even derogatory. That's just they have streets out there named that. Nebraska is kind of, I don't know. Nebraska's all right, I guess. Had a good time. Another little bit where I can rant, because I was born in Kansas, and I spent my first 8 years of life in Kansas, just about. And I moved to Missouri. My family, we all moved to Missouri, and I feel like a Missouri resident. I am a Missouri resident, and I never want to be a Kansas resident ever again. The state line, it's crazy, the differences from the state line. From one side of the state line to the other. So, growing up, it was always weird, because Missouri required seatbelts. And Missouri required helmets and did not require seatbelts. Kansas required seatbelts but did not require helmets. You know, motorcycles and cars. Kansas, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays. The fuck is that about? Weird. Missouri, there's like a time limit, but there's not a. You can buy alcohol whenever the fuck you want. Kansas, I don't know. There's two gas stations across from each other, and one of them is like 10 cents cheaper. Why would you go to the one on the Kansas side? Just taxes and everything are just so much more expensive on the Kansas side. Not sure why. It's just the way it is. I don't know. You go down State Line Road, and once you get kind of closer to where I live off State Line Road, one side of the highway is full of, or not the highway, but the road is full of businesses, and the other side is just empty. And it's like nobody wants to be on that side of the state line. But I guess a lot of people like to live in Kansas. I don't know. I looked at houses in Kansas, but then I remembered I would hate my life if I lived over there. And I like to think that I can, if you get me 10 Missourians and 10 Kansans in a room together, I can probably be 75% or 90% correct. 75 to 90% I could be correct on guessing where you're from, just from the looks of you. There's something different about them. And I am one. I was born there, but I don't know. Whenever I'm at work and I'm talking to people, and I'm like, "Oh, where do you live? You live on the Kansas side?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, I knew that. I knew that because you're not very good at your job. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Hey, get a Missouri guy over here. He'll do your job way better." But there are a lot of fuckheads in Missouri too. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I can rant on my own stuff. And the barbecue thing. There are good barbecue joints, but every barbecue joint claims to be the best. Which who wouldn't? Who would? If you own a barbecue restaurant, you're going to say yours is the best. Okay, but I'm telling you, there's only a couple of places that I've been in Kansas City where I'm like, this is fucking delicious barbecue. There's other places that are delicious barbecue, but by the time you get there, if you get there at noon, they're out. They're like, we got chicken and we got brisket. That's all we got. And it's like, all right, well, I don't really like brisket. I mean, I do like brisket, but I don't like your brisket, and I don't want to eat barbecue chicken because they sell out of shit so fucking quick. Or there's other barbecue restaurants where they're like, we're not open. We're not open on Thursdays. It's like, what the fuck? How are you not open on a Thursday? Like, we're just not open on a Thursday. I'm like, well, that's fucking weird, man. How do you run a business like that? But I guess I don't know. That's how you get good barbecue. Sometimes is it takes a while to cook it, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. They're gonna every piece of meat that they cook, they're gonna sell it out. They're gonna sell it out. But I'll tell you where to go if you're in Kansas City and you're on a Thursday and some places are closed and you want something other than chicken, go to Jack Stack Barbecue. They're not going to run out. They're going to have everything, and it's going to be the most delicious barbecue you're going to find in Kansas City. And I idolize Texas barbecue from videos. I've been to Texas. You know what happened in Texas? I went to an Indian truck stop. That's the only time I've been in Texas. I was coming through the top corner, just on my way back from California, and I stopped and I went to a truck. There's two truck stops next to each other. There was a Pilot. Not a fan of Pilots. I like their meatloaf. It's overpriced, and it's weird to eat fucking meatloaf from a truck stop. But it is good. I've had it before, and I'm like, wow, I've been sleeping on this fucking meatloaf. It's pretty goddamn good. But their pizza is not good. It looks great. It ain't good. So I was going through Texas. I don't even know where the hell I was, but I was just like on a highway, just barely going into Texas. I was in Texas for maybe an hour, and yeah, I hit up this Indian truck stop, and because it said like Route 66 truck stop. I was like, oh, I'm going there rather than a Pilot. I've been to a Pilot. I want to go to this fancy truck stop. Route 66 is an Indian truck stop. You go in there, you can't read anything. Everything is all foreign, but it smelled good. But there were, I mean, it was it was dirty. It was a dirty fucking place. But I had to go take a shit in there, and when the flies land on your butthole as you're fucking shitting, it's just annoying. And you start getting butt mud all over the place. You're like, oh God, get off of me, fucking flies! Holy shit! And you got a turd hanging out your asshole. This guy better not try to pass me. Don't try to pass me. That's kind of funny. They just changed the signs on this road here. There are two lanes that go into one, and it used to be the right lane was the main lane, and the left lane had to merge, and they just changed it now, so both lanes it doesn't prefer one lane or the other. So now it's I don't know. I think they should make them merge a little earlier than that. Oh God. Thank you, sir. You could have just slowed down a little bit and I'd have been fine, but let me on the highway. What a nice guy. R&L carriers. I applied for them once. They were like, oh yeah, we're having a real trucker shortage, And I applied for RL carriers, and then I called them up because I had put in an application. This was a while, long, long, long time ago. And they were like, "Oh, we're not hiring." I'm like, "You're not hiring? The fuck? What do you mean you're not hiring?" They're like, "Yeah, we're not hiring." I'm like, "Alrighty then." And then immediately they were hiring again. They were calling me back. I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You guys lost me. You guys, there's a trucker shortage, and I was going to try to help you out with it, and then you fucking, we're not hiring." Okay. And they were kind of rude about it, not going to lie. Oh gosh, we got another accident here. Yeah, if we could not slam on the brakes, that'd be great. Why are y'all rubbernecking this fucking traffic accident? It's on the other side of the highway. You got me and everybody slamming on our brakes so we can look at it. There's nobody in front of you. Hit the gas. Gosh, dang. Like, hey, let's make an accident on this side of the road too. And it's a tow truck in front of me. I think he's out here fishing. He's like, hey, if I can cause a pileup right here, maybe I can haul a car away or something. Forgot what I was talking about. Brisket? No. Damn, I lost it. I lost it completely. Um, but anyways, just to change the subject completely. Not yet. Hold on. So the views expressed in my podcast are on a by a thread. Okay, I can change my views, and I have no problem changing my views if I'm actually wrong. But I'm mainly trying to just be funny. I love just I like getting people riled up and then bringing them back. I love getting them riled up and then bringing them back, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna do my best to just make people laugh. And myself too. I laugh at my own jokes. It's a problem. So, um, yeah, there's a red light. Can't turn here. I could, but I won't. The where I'm changing the subject finally is so my wife, uh, my daughter, she likes hot dogs all the time. She likes microwaved hot dogs. I'm not a big fan of microwaving anything, really. I've used a microwave. Obviously, I'm a person, but I really don't like a microwave. I was trying to explain to my wife that there are better alternatives to microwave ovens because every time we cook hot dogs in the microwave, it would start shooting sparks out the damn thing. And the last time we tried to do it, it smelled up the whole house like electrical fire. And we immediately unplugged the damn thing, and I was like, all right, we're done with this. I was like, you need to figure out a different way how to cook all this shit. The microwave is busted. And I don't know what year it is or anything about the microwave. It was there when we moved in, and it was above the oven. Gigantic microwave. Bolted to the wall in the bottom of the cabinet. And I was like, this thing is dangerous. I just don't like microwaves at all. I think they've been around for so long, and there have been, I guess there probably have been a lot of studies about microwaves going around, talking about how they're not safe for us and whatnot. And I don't know, like I quit microwaving plastic. Uh, Thank you, Joe Rogan, for that. I don't know if it's helping me or not. I'm still unhealthy. But if I do have to microwave something, I ain't microwaving it on plastic. I'm going to microwave it on a glass plate or something like that. Or I did get to the point where I was just throwing shit in there. Just microwave it on the spinny deal. But anyways, our microwave was shooting the shit, so I unplugged it, and then my wife, I was like, let's get a toaster oven. It'd be a lot better for everything. She's like, well, I don't want. She's like, I like some things cooked in the microwave and it's a lot faster. I'm like, well, you can get a toaster oven. They can cook them pretty quick. But she didn't want to hear it, which is fine. She's the one that does all the cooking. If she wants something for the kitchen, she's going to get it. And if she wants a new microwave, she's going to get it. So we got a new microwave, but I said, get a small one. I was like, find like the smallest microwave you can get and get that, because there's no reason we need a gigantic microwave. I was like, we're not putting a turkey in the damn microwave, okay? We're putting on in like hot dogs and stuff. You're not putting anything big. And I'd like to get it to where she doesn't put the kids' plates, because they have all these little plates that are like a little organizer. There's a circle, there's a rectangle, and then a bigger rectangle. And there are these little plastic plates and whatnot. And I'm trying to get her. I think this microwave the inside is about the size of that plate. So hopefully now everything she cooks for the kids, she can do it on glass. Like, that's all I'm asking is just, hey, you can microwave stuff, but just put it on glass. Quit putting plastic in the microwave. I don't like plastic in the microwave. There's something about it. Something about it I don't like. And it's a simple, easy ask. It's like, I'm not telling you to quit doing it. I'm just saying do it a little differently. Just to ease my mind a little bit. So anyways, we got this tiny little microwave, and we got it, and we were looking to put it on the counter somewhere, and then I was like, you know what? No. We ain't putting this motherfucker on the counter. We ain't got enough counter space as it is. So I ripped the old microwave off the wall. It was up there kind of, I don't know. You could tell it's been repaired a few times on the way it's been mounted, but I went ahead and just took it all the way down, and the thing was a lot lighter than I expected it to be. I expected that thing to weigh, I don't know, 70 pounds. I don't know, just by looking at it. But I guess it is a big empty deal, and there's only a little bit of electrical components that really go to it. But I got that thing off the wall. I thought I was going to drop it, is what I'm talking about. I was by myself. I was trying to undo the microwave off the wall, and I thought it was going to fall and break the oven and whatnot. But nope, everything ended up fine. Got it ripped off the wall. Threw it in the back of my pickup truck. It's in the back. I actually threw it in there. I just tossed that motherfucker in there, and it's all fucked up. I don't know. I don't want anybody to use it again. That thing's going to cause a fire. I know it is. And it was only when you cook hot dogs, which is the weird thing, is you could microwave anything in there, but if you throw hot dogs in that microwave, it's a fucking light show in there. It's like beep, 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 beep. I'm like, oh, they're done. They're done. You fucking just electrocuted that hot dog into cooking submission. It's done, okay? And then you're feeding it to my daughter. I don't like that at all. But whatever, you know. And I was grown up on microwaved hot dogs. Some people boil their hot dogs. And, hey, boiled hot dogs, there ain't nothing wrong with a boiled hot dog. I like a boiled hot dog. I do like it. A grilled hot dog is a hot dog with a stick in it over an open fire in the backyard is where it's really at. If you're cooking a really nice hot dog on a stick over a campsite fire or something like that. And I have a fire pit in the backyard, so we've done that. And the kids loved it. They thought it was so cool because I let them hold the stick and everything. They thought they were chefs. But no, we got this new microwave, and I said, I'm putting this over I'm going to build a shelf. So I did. I found a nice piece of wood in my garage. It's like a shelf. It's particle board. It's not, it is wood, but it's mostly glue or whatever. Particle board shelving. And got to work, measure once, do it 3 times. I fucked up a lot, but I got it on there eventually. The first time I put it up there, the microwave didn't fit because I mismeasured everything that I needed to do. But I redid it, and now the microwave is above the oven. But it's a much smaller microwave, so it fits way nicer. And I'm like, why don't, I thought you had to have like a specific microwave to go above the oven, but no, you could put if you have a shelf, you could put anything up there you want. And this turned out really, really nice. I like it. Now the particle board, and we tested it over the weekend. I had to add another like brace to the middle of it because the particle board was a little droopy, but after I added the brace in there, it's fine. But this is where it might not be a good idea to have. I need to get a new shelf. I need to get an actual piece of hardwood up in there because that particle board, I mean, when you're boiling noodles and the steam is just soaking that particle board, I could tell you right now, that ain't going to be good. That's going to end up in failure for sure. So, but at least I have that piece of particle board up there right now. It looks nice. I know I can completely copy that shelf and everything will be fine with a new piece of wood. Um, but I'm just stoked with it. I think it looks amazing up there. And now I got like another little spot for like heavily used seasonings that I put on the right side. And on the left side, my knife block fits perfectly right there. And I even ran a screw through the side of the cabinet into the knife block because I was like, nah, this knife block is great, but somebody's going to reach for a knife, knock the whole knife block down, and there are going to be knives all over the place. You're going to stab your own foot. So anyways, that's screwed up there. I got to figure out how to get that microwave screwed up there too. But I'm thinking I know a way. If my buddy Luke can help me, it's got feet on it, and I'm thinking about drilling, not like, I guess, pilot holes where the feet go, because I can't put a screw up into the microwave. I guess I could, but I don't. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I just want, because this is the new microwaves. If you don't know, my old microwave, you just grab the door and open it. The new ones, it's required that they have a secondary latch. So there's a trigger, and then you got to open it. And we're not used to that type of microwave. I know my wife is going to constantly be yanking that microwave off the shelf. So I need to find a way to make that microwave stay on the shelf and not fucking yank off into a pot of boiling water on an unsturdy shelf. So I made a shelf. I'm proud of it, but I do need to redo it. And but it's not gonna it ain't gonna be hard to redo it. I think the hardwood is gonna be much more robust to steam coming up on it and whatnot. But anyways, that's one of my projects I did over the weekend. I did say in the last podcast I had a lot of projects I was going to work on. No, I didn't work on any of them. I was also kind of lazy. I was tired. I liked being lazy. It was a good time. We went out. We did some things. Um, but yeah, the main thing I did was build a shelf, and that wasn't even a project that I was really even thinking about until that day. But yeah, man, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm gonna keep talking like I'm gonna do them, and then I'm not gonna do them. It's kind of fun to talk about doing projects and then not doing anything, sitting on the couch playing fucking video games, not on the couch at the kitchen table. But my daughter, she was begging to play games, and oh yeah, it's so cute to watch my daughter get on there and start playing games. She was having such a good time. She's got this baby game where there's a baby that's sick, and you gotta like click. It's just click and drag on things. She just loved it. And then I don't know, a bunch of other little kid games on there. Pretty fun. She had a good time. And even my son. So my son was like, I want to play the card simulator game. And I'm like, all right, here you go. And turns out you can only really have, like, you can't turn off autosave. And you can only really have, like, one profile, which is kind of annoying. So, I don't know. My card shop has degraded. You know, the bad reviews are coming in. The shelves aren't getting stocked properly. My son's over there just buying, like, he's like, I bought 75 boxes. I'm like, oh, God. He's just buying all kinds of stuff. It's cute, though. I love watching him play it. And, I don't know. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Who gives a shit? Kids are having fun, and that's all that matters. I did start to play this other game, Motor Town, again. I didn't play it for very long, not gonna lie. That game is a lot of fun. I joined a public server. There's a bunch of other people on there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna haul some fuel, but I'm not gonna do a long game, because this game, you know, it'll take an hour or longer just to do one run. It'll be worth it with the money that you get from playing the game, but I was like, I'm going to do a bunch of short runs. So I loaded up a tanker trailer, and I was running a semi, and I immediately after I left out of the fucking place, I was like, oh, I'm going to take a shortcut through the sand, and I sunk my truck. And I sat there for probably 30 minutes trying to get my truck unstuck. And I said, you know what? We're just going to turn this off. So, I don't know. I'm kind of upset with my video games right now. I'm like, my card shop simulator game is in shambles. And I got a bunch of trucks stuck on Motor Town. And I got that motel simulator game. I started playing that one. That one's pretty exciting, but that one is that's a different level of a game right there. I'm running around like a damn chicken with my head cut off on that game. It's a fast-paced, everything's happening all at once, and they want you to do more type of game. I enjoy it, but I just want something relaxing, you know. And my BeamNG Drive game, I love that game so much. That's another game that I can just, if I don't go to the mod pages, I can just turn it on and play and wreck a couple of cars and then be done. But these motherfuckers, they updated the game and they erased my controller layout, and it takes like an hour and a half. I mean, probably not. I could probably do it a lot quicker, but oh my gosh, am I about to throw up? Almost thought I was going to throw up. I still could. Don't throw up. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like I'm about to throw up? What is wrong with me? I've been microwaving plastics. Let me pause this real quick. I was right. I came out of nowhere. Threw up all over the fucking place. Woo! Feel better now. Something about that coffee. Oh, God. BeamNG. Woo! I got another guy behind me. One of my guys driving a roll-off truck. He just watched me throw up all over the fucking door. Oh, shit. My daughter did have a fever the other night. Maybe I got something there. Oh, man. He just rolled up around the corner. We're out in the middle of nowhere. He just rolled up around the corner and saw me, stopped in the middle of the road with my door open, just chucking out the fucking door. That's funny as fuck. Woo! Oh, feel a lot better now. BeamNG. Oh, fuck. Anyways, keep all 18 down. Adios. We'll talk to you later.